Good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Spear. I am up here right outside of the beautiful city of Chicago in Glen Ellen, Illinois, and it's my pleasure to host our concert tonight, which is one of my favorite events. All day was a favorite event. I have to tell you, wasn't this just a fantastic day today?
Yes.
Everything just was great today. I mean, from start to finish, from this very morning, we went through keynotes, power talks, spiritual practices, dancing. There wasn't much lacking today. In fact, nothing was lacking today. And I just want to really applaud again our magnificent sound team and tech team that's been working on this today. Um, and all the participants. It's just been a fantastic day. So before we bring up our invocation for this evening, I just want to give a few last reminders that we've been mentioning things throughout the day. And again, this one magnificent organization, ANTN, that sponsored this was a free day for everyone, and which is good. And when I say free, it means that there was no charge for this day, and that was part of our mission, part of our gift to the membership and all the guests and everyone who joined us today. This was about bringing together new thought, which is part of our mission, bringing all the different elements of new thought together. We certainly encourage you to go on the website. There's a button if you wish to donate, and donations coming out of this event are going to go to help fund all of our participants, the speakers, the musicians, and everyone who did this out of their own heart, just to be here to give, which is what their nature is. And so I encourage you to do that. I also want to mention just briefly a couple other things. To visit the ANTN website, certainly, and take a look at the different events we have going on. We have every Thursday is Thought Leader Thursday, hosted by Reverend P.J. Stanley. And you'll see different events going on through PJ, various speakers, luminaries in New Thought. And that's just a great event. You'll see other things that we have periodically happening. And one of the big events coming up, we do this annual retreat. This is a virtual retreat, second year in a row, but our mainstay has been the annual retreat, live retreat, and we're doing that again this year at Unity Village, and that's coming up on September 26th. So I certainly encourage you to go on, take a look at that, check it out, and try to come out and join us. It's a fabulous connection, a great week out at Unity Village. I also encourage you to look into joining ANTN, because we're a fantastic organization. I love being a part of it. And so enough said about all that. I want to introduce, first of all, the person who's doing our invocation this evening. It's Sydney Lehman-Steen. And Sydney is serving right now as the assistant minister at CSL in North Hollywood. Now, on a personal note, I've known Sydney over 20 years, and I think she's known my wife, Mary Beth, for a lot longer than that, even going back to the Glendale Church. She originally was a native of Southern California, moved up to the Northwest, and recently moved back down to become assistant minister in North Hollywood Church. So let's welcome Reverend Dr. Sydney Lehman-Steen.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful to be here. And I'm so grateful for all that we have experienced today in the wonderful hearts and the minds and the souls of all of these participants. So let's just take a moment now and turn within. And together we recognize and we celebrate that the divine intelligence is that which has brought us together. We recognize the power and presence of God. We call it God, we call it soul, we call it heart. Whatever we call it, it matters not, for we know it has called us to be here in celebration. It has called us to be here as demonstrations, as magnificent expressions of love, of possibility, of delight, of wisdom, and of wholeness on every level. So how wonderful to know that this day has been a conscious awareness of that, a conscious connection in that, and that together we know that we are one with and as God, one with and as each other, that one, the divine one, whose intention is simply love, whose intention is love. So I know that our time together tonight is similarly blessed. In fact, lifts us to magnificent high levels of inspiration, of healing, of knowing, of humor, of joy, of connection, of all of that. We bless the musicians. We bless the lyrics they sing, the music they play, the energy which has brought them here, and all that they do. We know that they are abundantly blessed in return as they share these gifts with us. And how wonderful to know that we get to share our gifts of heart and attention with them. So for this and so much more, we are grateful. We are absolutely grateful. Our hearts are filled. And I know that with every breath, we are blessed. And just with that fullness of knowing and that hug that we are, that divine hug and snuggle up to Godness that we are, I release this word into law, knowing that joy is what we are, love is who we are, and wholeness is who and what we are. And let the music begin, and so it is. And together we say, amen.
Thank you. Amen. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Sidney. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. And just such a great coming together, too, at the end of the day, for each of us to take and, encourage all of you to take a look, as I know I will, at going back over the day today. What were the special takeaways I have? What were those special moments, the connections, the messages, the things that really touched home for us? And I think that's going to be going on within me for a couple of days now. So we're blessed this evening to have 4 magnificent musicians with us. That are going to be, many of us are familiar with these people. I'm going to start out by introducing our first musician, who we were blessed with on our first keynote of the day, Reverend Dr. Michael Gott. And Michael has a long background, not only in this teaching, because he said he's been in this teaching for over 20 years. I think he's been a minister for about that 20 years, I believe he said. But on top of that, he's got a long background and a very wonderful and rich background as a musician with musical styles including gospel and opera, musical theater, classical piano and jazz. I don't know if there's any rap in there, Michael, but maybe there is.
There's
no
definitely
rap,
not.
no hip hop, no hip hop, no rap. But yeah, he's done a lot. I know he shared some of his stories this morning about that, and his love of just still to this day being behind the piano and singing and entertaining. And I've known Michael for many years, and I first heard him singing. But I want to just applaud you, Michael, also for the magnificent message you gave us this morning. It was so heartfelt, just like your music. It's so heartfelt. He's released 10 albums. He's collaborated on stage with production Split End, 5 O'Clock Call, and All Stressed Up with Nowhere to Go. Like to see that one. So let's give a wonderful, heartfelt welcome to Michael Gott.
Thank you, Michael. So it's just so good. Start my day and end my day with you guys. This is, I've been joking for a while that the whole ministry thing has really gotten in the way of my music career, but I'm so happy to let you know I have a new album. It is at the manufacturers right now. It'll be on all the streaming platforms, and CDs will be, we're having a release on my birthday, May 14th at Unity of Houston. So thought I'd start with one of the new songs. And now I am in love. The love of God is in me, is light. I am light. And now I am in joy. The joy of the Lord is in me. And all I am is joy. I am joy. I am joy. And now I am in peace. The peace of God is in me. And all I am is peace. I am peace. I am joy. I am light. I am love. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's so weird not hearing the audience, but it's all right. I can hear myself, so these are a little weird that I've got this going. I trust you guys are there. I love you. I love ANTN. I love. Thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of this today. What's next? I thought, I'm the opening act, so I should probably belt a little. So here you go. This is on my Surrender album. I let it go. I release the thing I've been clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more I need to do. Nothing more to say, I'm just falling into God's love. I feel the Spirit holding me, and it is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. I fly. I let it go. I release the thing I'm clinging to. I release what's holding me, and I'm falling into God's love. I let it be. There's nothing more I need to do, nothing more to say. I'm just falling into God's love. I feel the Spirit holding me, and it is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. I fly. I don't have to understand everything. It's by faith I fly, and it's by grace that I sing. So I sing. Oh, la da 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 da. Oh, I feel the Spirit holding me, and it is lifting me on high. I rise on a power I can't see, and on the wings of love I fly. I fly. Thanks for whoever gave me the woo. I appreciate that. Oh my goodness. Let's see what I would normally. I know I've got 10 minutes left. So just want to say, I do have a really weird background. You know, I started singing and I became the church pianist when I was like 12 years old. I had 2 years of lessons. I was terrible, but it was a tiny little church, and I was free, so I was that. So I really do credit that as being my start, that I feel like I sort of practiced, you know, the law of giving and receiving in my musical gift from the very beginning. And then, you know, kind of went through a high school band, started writing songs, and then majored in music in college, got into classical music and wrote an opera, a short opera, and then I wrote musical theater. I did all that, thought I was going to do that. And then singing in bars, you know, I got to sing a duet with Billy Joel once, an impromptu duet. He had a little red wine, but I was singing at this really fancy place in Dallas. I worked there for 15 years called the Mansion on Turtle Creek. And I got to meet a lot of famous people, and that was the best. I was singing When You Wish Upon a Star. And at that moment, he walked up next to me and harmonized with me for the whole song. It was great. So that was a great moment. But then, you know, this whole new thought thing that started, almost 30 years ago that I began singing at the First Church of Religious Science in Dallas, Texas, then, now at CSL Dallas. But I missed some of the old songs, the old standards. So I'm going to do one. And this is dedicated to my dear friend, Maggie Cole. She was named a Practitioner Meritorious by CSL a few years ago. And she is an amazing master teacher of our teaching, and my prayer partner and my dearest friend. And there's a song in New York Cabaret, I don't know who wrote it, but it's called If I Were Young and You Were Straight, and that is our theme song. So here you go, Maggie, I love you. This is Jerome Kern and Oscar Hammerstein. You are the promised kiss of springtime that makes the lonely winter seem long. You are the breathless hush of evening that trembles on the brink of a lovely song. You are the angel glow that lights a star. The dearest things I know are what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I'll know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. angel glow that lights a star, the dearest things I know, that's what you are. Someday my happy arms will hold you, and someday I know that moment divine when all the things you are mine. They don't write them like that anymore. Man, Jerome Kern, my God, what a gift. All right.
Oh, they do not.
So this is gonna be my last song of the set. I'm gonna jump off the Zoom, but I'm gonna stream this to my TV, so I'll be watching Marcy. Marcy, I love you. Daniel, you're amazing. Nemo, I've never got to experience you live. I've seen your videos, but I would love to bring all of you to Unity of Houston when we can make that happen again. So anyway, this is another song from my new album, and this one. Yeah, kind of inspired, I guess, by Ricky Byers' Use Me. This one's called Use All of Me. I turn it over, I surrender, I let go of my fear. I release, and I remember your love is always here. Use all of me. Use all of me. All of me. God, use all of me. All my gifts, all my wounds, God, I give it all to you. Use all of me. All of me. I turn it over, I surrender, I let go of my fear, I release, and I remember your love is always here. Use all of me, God, use all of me. Take my life, take my dreams, take my light, take everything. Use all of me. Use all of me. For good. For good. For good. I love you, Anton. Thank you so much for including me in this wonderful concert. The new album's coming out soon. Bye.
Michael, thank you. We're so blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We're switching back over there. I am. Okay. Michael Gott, thank you so much. See, just amazing. Our next singer is, what can I say, except that she's an angel. And you will see that if you've heard her before, you know it. If you first time you're hearing her, you'll see what I'm talking about. What we said about Marcy Baruch is that if the stars could sing a love song, they might just sound like the voice of Marcy Baruch. Her music is born of one sole mission, to remind us of the wondrous magnificence of who we truly are. Brimming with generous award-winning songs such as The Inner Space, Marcy's third CD, The Strength of Love, serves as a catalyst of healing and transformation in the lives of many. In Denver and online, Marcy teaches voice and co-leads Igniting the Fire of the Heart, a dynamic, inspirational chant event offering medicine songs from the heart of traditions and lineages from around the world. I'm just so thrilled that Marcy is here with us tonight. I've had the blessing of hearing her at a number of our conferences. She is just amazing. And Marcy is joined tonight by Joe Gamble. And Marcy, welcome. We're so thrilled that you're here. Let's welcome Marcy Baruch.
Oh, thank you so much, Michael. Can you hear me okay so far?
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. I have just to tell you, coming on here and my heart is just so full of like a teary, oh my God, it's just so good to be here and to see your faces. I want to introduce my friend Joe Gamble. He flew in from Los Angeles last night. I'm currently on Maui, and so we're getting to practice and rehearse for today or tonight, wherever you might be, and for some shows coming up in San Diego together. So it's a real blessing to have him. I want to start. I just feel like there's such a powerful room right now for integration. And I want to come back to the Aramaic roots, Father, Mother, the Lord's Prayer. Avun Dabashmaya. Avun Dabashmaya. Say that with me. Avun Dabashmaya. I'm going to sing some of this. That's the first section. And then the other section I'm bringing in is this Te Te Malkuta. Traditionally translated as Thy Kingdom Come. But it might be something more like desire with and through us from the inside out, the I can of empowered oneness in unity. Or let our fiery hearts and willing hands bring Thy reign of unity now. Avun, O Father, Mother who births unity, you vibrate life into form in each new instant. So let's sink into this together. Avun Dabashmaya, Avun Dabashmaya, Avun Dabashmaya, Avun, Avun Dabashmaya, Avun Dabashmaya, Avun Dabashmaya, Wunderbash Maya, Wunderbash Maya, Wunderbash Maya, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta. Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta. O thou breathing life of all, creator of shimmering sound. Oh, the sound that touches us, touches us, touches us now. Oh, Father, Mother, who bursts in unity, oh, fruitful, nurturing life giver. From your deep interior now comes the next wave of shining life. Oh, thou, the breathing life of all, in you and me, in you and me, one field alive as you and me. Oh, the vibration, oh, consciousness, consciousness, love, love, love pouring through. Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta, Tay Tay Malkuta. Oh, Tay Tay, oh, use my fiery hands, use my willing heart now. Oh, Tay Tay, we are one body, one body, one body of God, one body of God. Oh, Tay Tay, Tay Tay Malkuta, I am the I am of the cosmos. I am, you are, we are. Tay Tay, Tay Tay Malkuta, ooh, Tay Tay, Tay Tay Malkuta. Wunderbash Maya, goes on forever. Wunderbash Maya. Love you all so much. Before I go to the next song, could y'all give me a thumbs up if the levels are okay? Does anything need to be turned up or down? Speak please. All right. A little water. It's always good.
Yes. Hydration.
Would you all sing with me, with us? I want to do a little call and response, and I know that we can't hear you, but that which hears is hearing all of us. And from that, into that, as that, for yourselves, for this moment, I'd love to do this call and response, and it'll go something like this. We'll model it for you once. You ready to play that?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Love the earth, and you go, love the earth, and I go, love the sky, heat of fire, and that's heat of fire, drop of water, and then together we go, I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Try that. I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Oh, it feels good. We have another verse like that goes, tall trees, deep water, strong wind, warm fires. Together, I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Okay. Y'all got that? I can see like 6 of you at the top of my screen, but you're singing away, and I love it. Thank you. And then you'll know the next part when it comes in. All right, here we go. This originally came from the Rainbow Tribe, and then I heard this song for the first time done in Hebrew, and I just go, man, the power of music, because songs can be translated into so many languages and feel so different in each language and feel so different in different faith traditions and cultures. And I just love feeling the richness of all the strands coming together and unique expressions. So I'll sing in Hebrew first. And this phrase translates loosely to the first verse of love the earth, love the sky, heat of fire, drop of water. So Adama Veshamayim Choma Esh Tzlila Mayim Ani Margish Zot Begufi Beruchi Venishmati. Doesn't that make you just, I don't have words for it. Our ancient roots have given us so much. Adama Veshamayim Choma Esh Tzlila Mayim Ani Margish Zot Begufi Beruchi Venishmati. Here we go, friends. Love the earth,
the earth,
love the sky,
love the sky,
need a fire,
the fire,
drop of water. Together, I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Love the earth, love the sky, heat of fire, drop of water. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Here we go. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Tall trees, deep waters, warm fires, strong wind. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Tall trees, warm fires, strong winds, deep waters. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Love the earth, love the sky, heat of fire, drop of water. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Hey, love the earth, love the sky, heat of fire, drop of water. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Oh, hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, 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 oh. Hey ya, hey ya. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Tall trees, warm fires, strong wind, deep waters. I can feel it, I can feel it in my body, in my spirit, and in my soul. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya. One more time. Hey ya, 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 ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, 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 ho. Felt you all. God, I felt you all. I feel you all. Thank you. Reading Keiko's here. Tuners. I met this guy, Joe Gamble. Gosh, how long has it been? I want to say like 10 years, but I think it's been more than that.
2003.
2003. He says 2003. Wow, I was alive then.
Me too.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. 2003, and we played together in Denver area where I reside. And some of you may know, many of you may know, I put up this album called The Strength of Love. And Joe Gamble, when you hear the bagpipes come in on the song The Strength of Love, that was Joe Gamble's idea as the producer of that album. What'd you say?
I didn't play them.
No, it was your idea. It was all you. He wouldn't have shown up. But it was so great. I remember when the bagpipes were being recorded, I decided to go like run an errand or something and just kind of give Joe and the bagpipe player his space. And I came back and I had the windows down, and like from the very end of the cul-de-sac, like, you know, I heard that coming from Joe's house, and it was glorious. And so there's so many nuances on that record. I call it a record. It just feels good to me. Kind of like singing in Hebrew. But there's so many nuances on that record that that are all Joe, and all the guitar parts are him. And he's just brilliant and the kindest, sweetest human being, and my very good friend. And we along while we were recording, at some point we recorded this next song that you all will recognize, and I stumbled across it maybe 4 years ago or so, and I went, oh my gosh, I love this rendition. And when I was thinking about today and being with you all, I just was going, who is my musical partner? Who would do this with me? And I went, oh my gosh, Joe and I have said forever that if we could ever play together again, we would in a heartbeat. So now's the time. And this isn't any song on my album, but we hope you like this rendition. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. Level okay. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? What they're really saying is, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yes, I think to myself, what a wonderful, wonderful world. Joe Gamble, everybody. I know there's this thing called time, but I'm supposed to be mindful of, I have no idea what time or day it is at the moment and how much I have left. Shall I stop now? Where are we with that? Let's let them tell me.
Yeah, I think we've reached the end, Marcy. I'm sorry to say, because I'd like you to keep going all night.
This feels good and complete for us.
But thank you so much, Marcy and Joe.
Thank you.
You are just magnificent. What a blessing. That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
God bless you both.
Absolutely.
Joe Gamble,
you.
everyone. Thank you. Love you all. Love being with you. Thanks
Love you
so much.
so much. Bye. Okay. Well, the show goes on, everyone, and thank you for just hanging in here. And what would we rather be doing than listening to these wonderful musicians tonight? Oh my God, are we blessed or what? You know, it occurred to us, Mary Beth reminded me that, you know, we truly are one planet coming together tonight, because Marcy and Joe are over in Maui right now. Sydney was in California. Our next musicians coming up that I'm going to tell you about in a minute. One of them, Nemo, is in India, and Daniel Neymar is in California also. So, and of course, all of us on this call, we're everywhere. So, I mean, we are truly international, and aren't we blessed to be one world, one group, one coming together as New Thought in this beautiful conference tonight. So I want to tell you about both of our musicians, because they're going to be, I think, doing possibly solo and mixing it up a bit. I think they've got some surprises for us, and we are very blessed to have Nemo and Daniel Neymar tonight. Let me tell you about Nemo Patel. Nemo Patel is a world-renowned hip-hop musician. He's humanitarian and ambassador of love and peace. His music and music videos have traversed the world to over 100 million viewers through MTV, YouTube, Tony Robbins events, the BBC channel, and more. Nemo has shared his heartfelt message in over 20 countries, from schools, refugee camps, and hospitals to international conferences, prisons, and music festivals. Through his nonprofit Empty Hands Music, he continues to use music as a positive agent of change. Joining Nemo tonight and also doing separate songs, I believe, is our wonderful friend, Daniel Neymar. I think many of us know Daniel. Daniel, welcome. Nemo, welcome. Daniel, gosh, my wife, Mary Beth, and I have known Daniel since I think it was somewhere around 1998, 1999, when he ended up in California. And Daniel is a Chicago boy like me. Grew up in here, this area, and then I ended up in California, and he ended up there too. And shortly after Mary Beth and I started our church in Sierra Madre in 1998 in California, along comes Daniel. And this budding, magnificent New Thought musician who now, I guess it must be thousands of songs later, because Daniel has written, I believe, thousands of songs. I've lost count. I don't know if you have, Daniel, but
I've lost count. And you don't want to hear most of them. I just want to say.
Yes, I actually do. But that said, Daniel has sold over 110,000 CDs. He has 10,000 songbooks that he sold, and they're available on his own label, Humanity Music. He's released 23 albums and inspired over 2 million people across the United States and Canada. And quite frankly, I think you've inspired a lot more than that. So we're very blessed to have our wonderful friend Daniel Naimat here tonight, and Nemo. Welcome again to both of you. And I'm going to turn the show over to you, and just anxious to see what's going to come out tonight.
Thank you, Michael. Well, like Michael, just wanted to thank everybody for joining, and just this whole family that we have across the world that is supporting and nurturing, I think, the dear human values that we all believe in. Like you were sharing, Michael, Dan has inspired many people, and I'll just give a quick story, because this is one of the main connections that Dan and I have as brothers. I moved to India about 12 years ago with the desire to serve in the underprivileged communities out here, as making that a part of my life journey. And during that process, somebody introduced me to Dan's Water album, which became the soundtrack to my life journey in service. And the idea of surrendering, the idea of, letting go, the idea of really letting things align as they will instead of forcing things became kind of what I was digesting from Dan's music. And it really helped me kind of walk my path. And in that Water album is one song called Planting Seeds. And that became this, I think, the ultimate soundtrack to my journey here, which was realizing that I'm not really doing much, but I'm doing what I believe in, and I'm doing my small part. And beyond that, I don't really have much control. I don't need to really try to feel like I need to do something much bigger, and big things come out of small things. And as I started sharing Dan's music with others, eventually somebody wrote this article on me in this journey that I was taking 16 slum children across the world on a world tour that we had created a show of. And they quoted Dan's music at the end, because that's how inspiring it was for me. Dan somehow got a hold of that article and then messaged me before our tour with the kids. And I was thrilled. He was also thrilled to know that his music was inspiring people across the world. And that's how we connected. So when I brought my children out to the US for this tour of this 90-minute dance drama show that we had created, Dan joined us in Los Angeles, and in prayer on stage in a big auditorium at our show in Los Angeles with our children, Dan joined hands, and that's the first time I met him. Since then, we've collaborated many times and enjoy our partnership. So I wanted to share as the initial song, this song called Planting Seeds, but a version that I asked Dan if we could do a remix to it, a hip hop remix. And his first reaction was, sure, let's do it. I've just never done a hip hop song before. And so I'm sharing with you our collaboration, the revised version of Planting Seeds. Mm-hmm. Dan, if you want to share anything really quick, before I
no, you got it. I mean, if I've ever written a song that sounded more like Peter, Paul, and Mary, I'm not sure what it would be. And when Nemo wanted to rap to it, I was like, sure, let's find out what that sounds like. And I actually really love how it came out. So here we go.
I spent a long time running. I never knew then what I know now. That the fruits, they always come in, but you can't go around just knocking them down. It takes a long time to show in. We plant the seeds, then we look at them now. But the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around. Dan, you can lip sync this part since it's pre-recorded. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. It's like your whole life you've been training for this moment, and when the time comes, you just disown it, meaning you just surrender, don't control it. Not interested in the clay pots and mold and sitting next to your path, trying to unfold it, or waiting for the fruits to fall down towards you. Let it go, and now you're flowing, feeling quite gorgeous. You take steps away instead of towards it. What a rush, feeling freedom with nothing to hold. We've been taught that what you touch will always turn to gold, but now we're learning we let it go, it overflows with no credit to take, because no credit is owned. The higher power working deeper when the seeds are sowed. When the seeds are true, the seeds of gold, but the real gold is joy when life starts to flow. When it does, you just smile, because now you know. I spent a long time running. I never knew then what I know now. That the fruits, they always come in, but you can't go around just knocking them down. It's been a long time to show in. We plant the seeds then, and we look at them now. But the roots are always growing, no matter if I'm there or never around. So I'm gonna invite you guys to join me in some hand movements. So we're all in it together. Here we go. 3, 2. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting seeds. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. I am planting. Last time, here we go. Whatever grows will grow. Whatever dies will die. Whatever works will work. Whatever flies will fly. Whatever fails will fail. What's meant to soar will soar. We are planting seeds and nothing more. There's a beautiful quote by a man named Nelson Henderson. Thank you. That shares the true meaning of life is to plant trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit. And I take a lot of inspiration from Dan's song, from this quote, this idea that all of us in our life journey, no matter what stage we're at, we're planting seeds. And these seeds of goodness, these seeds of kindness, we don't need to see the results. We're just doing it because we believe so. So off to Dan.
Thanks, Nebo. Nice job. The other song I sang with the kids that day when I met you in LA was this one. There's one power, invisible, and you see it everywhere and every day. One power indescribable, and you speak of it with every word you say. Mysterious until you know the truth. As simple as the love inside of you. Call it God, call it spirit, Call it Jesus, call it Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, angel's wings or heaven's door, but whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? It's the power of the love in you and me. We speak so many languages, different clothing, different colors, different names. But different is only dangerous when we forget that in the heart we're all the same. And we'll remember once we close our eyes to see that such distances were never meant to be. Call it God, call it Spirit, or Jesus or Lord, call it Buddha, Baha'u'llah, Hashem, or heaven's door. It's Muhammad, it's your mind, it's your soul, or it's your sign. It's the universe, it's music, Mother Earth, or Father Time. But whatever name you give it, it's all one power, can't you see? Whatever name you give it, it's the very air we breathe. It's the power of the love in you and me. One power, yeah. One power is what we are. It's the moment of creation. It's an everlasting peace. It's the freedom of forgiveness. It's the sweetness of release. It's the joy of inspiration. It's the sunshine on your face. It's the birthright of all nations. It's the boundlessness of space. It's the beauty of a baby. The serenity of sleep. It's the anger we abandon. For it's love that's most deep. It's one power. Whoa. What we are is one. It's the power of the love that lives forever in you and me. It's the power of the love in you and me. Nemo, you and I have always had the same intention with what we do. Nemo is one of the more modest people I've ever met, and I'm not going to take a lot of time by bragging about him, but suffice it to say, the things that he's over there in India doing are nothing less than spectacular, and it's an entirely volunteer effort. I sometimes joke on stage that I used to feel like I was a good person until I met Nemo. But I've always sung. I mean, I sing my songs for several core reasons. They're me and they're my story and they're my feelings, obviously. But there's always been an intention. It really, really has been, and I don't mean it to sound noble or not. There just always has been an intention with a song to make somebody's day better, or to make the world a little bit more connected or a little bit kinder. There just is. It's just always been, I wish I didn't have that intention, because I probably would have made far deeper inroads into the music business, and I could have, with some crappy codependent love song, and maybe I would have won a Grammy by now, or God forbid, have a college fund for Jude. But in the absence of those things, you know, I have this this need to do that with a song. And therefore, you can imagine what it felt like. Put yourselves in my place. Imagine what it felt like to read an email forwarded to me about a guy in India who was literally saving the lives of children living on the streets, living in boxes with no resources to speak of. A guy who had started a program of art and job skills, and just this whole, like, a house of love that he had built to help kids who need what he was offering in a way that most of us, I hope to say, can't even imagine. And then to find out from this article that this guy was over there in India listening to me sing while he was doing that. It was, I mean, call it a coincidence or not, but the fact that it was a song called Planting Seeds that did that for him, I mean, it's one of the greatest little moments of my whole life. So, you know, to find out that I had planted a seed with a song that I wrote on a bench in the town of Moab, Utah in 2006, recorded it for no other reason than that I felt it, released it. I do not know how that copy of the CD ended up in Nemo's hands, but it did. And then to find several years later that it was making that difference for that guy, that's, you know, just so you can kind of imagine how that felt. And then to find out that he's actually that good a guy. I mean, what are the odds? Anyway, so that's really how this friendship happened and how this collaboration happened. But it was really, so One Power is just another attempt, and, you know, with my fingers and my voice and my mind and little drop of something to of the world to see if I can right. That's it. Make the walls invisible for a few minutes at a time.
Oh man, I think my internet's cutting out, which is very typical of India. Dan, I didn't get.
No, it's really sad that it's the internet from Daniel's house that's cutting out. India is fine.
Okay.
Nemo, why don't you go ahead and kick in with something, a song in the meantime, while Daniel gets internet back up. It looks like he's cut out. It's frozen.
All right. Well, you know, I'm gonna kind of go off of Dan's words in the sense of, you know, this idea of what we. I mean, I really believe in what he's saying. The fact that there's this power that we have of the small things that we can do while we are here. You know, I think that's been the biggest learning for me here. I'm based at the Mahatma Gandhi ashram, where Mahatma Gandhi started an ashram community space 100 years ago, a little more than 100 years ago here in India. And even though it's Mahatma Gandhi's ashram, the quote that keeps coming up for me as I live here and work here is Mother Teresa quote, which is, we can possibly do great things, but we don't have to do great things. We just need to do small things with great love. And this idea of you know, putting our heart into each pit. I think the children I work with teach me all the time about the messages of kindness. And just last night, I was visiting various of our children's homes for a specific project I'm working on. Every single home, this was in the night, every single home I go to, and these are very, like Dan described, they're little boxes, they're makeshift homes in some communities. Every home I go to, the family is forcing me to drink chai or have something. And if I do a mathematical calculation of that cost of that bag of milk compared to their income, it's probably about 40% of their daily income when they buy that bag of milk to drink, to offer me chai. And so the kindness that I constantly am shared and offered is my religion. I think the religion I'm learning from my children's families out here. So just want to share a song called Being Kind. And I hope Dan's internet is back up.
Well, my heart starts sinking, and I'm thinking, what's the reason? Why we holding back from being kind? What's the disease? But then I sense we are fine. It'll all happen. One small step at a when the world is full of violence and it needs a little kindness, I just sit and pray in silence, and God shows me the signs. Open my eyes, realize we are fine. One small act. Last night I'm walking home and a homeless man says hello with a smile to let me know that he's got a lot of hope. He says, have faith, young man, we are fine. The world is kind. One small act. Small acts we do together, even though maybe alone, changes the world for the better. So we can call it home, and this is life as we know when our hearts are aligned. The magic that unfolds, one small act at a time. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high. Let your love for all the world spread through the skies. Let it drop down, let it all go. Spreading kindness to every single living soul. Can you see a love for me shining through? Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time. And kindness will be all we can leave behind. Yeah, feeling grateful today. Never thought this day would come where I would see it and say, each and every one of us have paved the way doing good. And now we're all just moving up. When I'm kind to you, you pay it forward. This is how we build trust. Never had faith, but now I'm seeing you. I wanna give you my life. Wanna spread love before I die. Thank you, God, for finally letting me realize when I serve man, I'm really serving you. In the sky, smiles everywhere, cause now everybody's got the bug. Ain't no life without the love. If it is, it ain't no fun. What we gonna do now? Just grab a friend and give a hug. Spread it out real wide so everyone can be touched. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high. Let your love for all the world spread through the skies. Let it drop down, let it all go. Spreading kindness to every single living soul. Can you see a love for me shining through? Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time. And kindness will be all we can leave behind. Whoa, whoa, all we can leave behind. For you and I, kindness is all we can leave behind. Whoa, 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 all we can leave behind. For you and I, kindness is all we can leave behind. Ooh, behind, behind. When all is said and done, kindness is all we can leave behind. Throw your hearts up, let it fly high. Let your love for all the world spread through the skies. Let it drop down, let it all blow. Spreading kindness through every single living soul. Can you see your love for me shining through? 'Cause what you see in me, I can see in you. And soon enough, you and me will be out of time. And kindness will be all we can leave behind. Thank you. I'm gonna pass it over to my brother here.
Nice job, Nemo. Can you hear me again now?
Yes, buddy, it's perfect.
All right, good. I was just telling Bill in a chat that I told my beautiful, sweet family to get the hell off the streaming services upstairs so that I could have a little bit more internet.
How dare you tell Jude to get off the internet?
I said it more nicely than that, but there it was. Do we want to show the Grateful video, or should I do another song? What do you want to do, Nemo?
You do a song, buddy, and then we'll share the video.
All right. So because I'm amongst friends here, not just Nemo, but so many of you I know for so many years, I'm going to trust you to go easy on me, because I'm going to do something brand new that no one's ever heard.
Awesome.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to press play. I'm going to sing the song. Don't tell me what you think of it. I'm not sick, but I sure am sick of it. The fear and the fighting, dividing and hiding, oh, just all of it. I can't sleep, so I dream to make up for it. Anyway, it's the kind of tired no amount of sleep can fix. How long can I wait? How long can I hope? The dam's gotta break, the flood's gotta flow. I'm ready for a healing day. I can feel it coming from a mile away. No more waiting for the clouds to break. Yeah, it's time for a healing day. Could be worse. It's a pretty low bar. Oh, yeah. It's a subtle curse. It's the end of the open heart. As we keep our distance, as we build our walls, as we wear our masks, do we see each other at all? The nightly news is nightly abuse, making sure we forget that we get to choose. I'm ready for a healing day. I can feel it coming, yeah, from a mile away. No more waiting for the clouds to break. Yeah, it's time for a healing day. Ooh. Oh, yeah. We can do better than this. 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 Oh, I'm ready for a healing day. I can feel it coming from a mile away. No more waiting for the clouds to break. Yeah, it's time for a healing day. Let my mind be easy, let my soul be light. Let my woes and worries run right out of sight. Let me let go of anger. Let me laugh out loud. Let me smile at strangers. Let me be homeward bound. Can we just surrender? Can we breathe again? Can we try to remember we are brothers and sisters and friends? Yeah. Can we offer cover in a howling storm? Can we carry each other to a world reborn? Oh, get ready. Get ready. I am ready for a healing day. Get ready, get ready. Oh, it's time for a healing day. Yeah. Oh, it's long past time for a healing day.
Woo!
There you go.
It's a
Not
healing.
personal at all. That one's not personal or heartfelt at all.
I love it. I can imagine how everybody feels because I love it when I walk into Dan's home and then Dan's studio and then he's like, hey, can I let you listen to something? And it's just, what a treat to get to listen to a new heartwarming and just, mind-blowing song every time Dan brings us something new. So thanks, buddy. That was awesome.
Yeah, thanks. I don't even know if it's done, to be honest, but it's pretty close.
I'm just envisioning it when you're performing it live, not virtually.
Need a choir, man. Need a choir.
Yeah, with the choir, of course.
Need a
Oh,
choir.
oh, thank you. How are we doing on time? Just to be respectful, because we are at.
You've got. Why don't we take you? We've got time, I think, for you to do one more song, and then for us to close with the video.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to try that?
Sounds right.
We got about 10, 12 minutes, right?
Okay.
Before we.
I want to share. I'll share a song that also was personal for me over the last 2 years. Having seen the elections in 2020, this is what came out. And I really want to thank Dan for spending the time with me to create the music for this song. It for me made a world of difference. I mean, it's just any other normal song, but it was just such a beautiful process for me to be able to share it with Dan and for him to work with me. I think we spent many days on this song just creating the music of it. So, but this is my response to the elections and just to the divisiveness that we've all felt. Nobody's right or wrong. That's the point of this song. It's just that how do we remember that we are one family? So this song is called "We the People." The good gon' come. Give me one second. Dan, you can just quickly speak. I'm just gonna grab this.
Actually, while you're doing that, before I forget, I just want to mention real briefly. I think we'll show the Grateful video to close. Yeah.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
On the subject of gratitude, I'm just going to say personally that I'm in a room that is a soundproof music room. And in fact, the song you're about to hear that Nemo's talking about us working on together, and a bunch of songs that Nemo and I are working on for a new project, and my new album and so on. In other words, music is happening in this room. This room wouldn't exist without the generosity of hundreds, thousands of people, to be honest, over the last 2 years. In particular, some people in this group tonight, you know who you are, and you helped to make this room happen. And by making this room exist, you make that song happen. You make this song you're about to hear happen. It literally, I could not have written the songs without this room. I certainly couldn't record a thing. believe me when I tell you, it would drive my family nuts. It needed to be a controlled soundproof room to make music the way that Nemo and I like to make it. So for those of you who are watching who participated in any way in the making of this room, just know that not an exaggeration, every time I come into this room, I think of you and I'm grateful to you. So I just wanted to say that before we run out of time.
Absolutely. I'm also grateful for everyone supporting that studio, supporting Dan's music and just the way that he's using his music as a channel to share love in this world. I'm very grateful for that. This song is called We the People. Yeah, we all hurting, it feel like we can't escape. We all skating and it feel like the ice gonna break. We all breaking down, but nobody feeling my pain, your pain. But the good gon' come someday. Feel like we're talking in the bubble, but we're walking into trouble. Cause we ain't trying to listen, so we're mocking one another. Though we ought to be my brother, but we vote in different colors. Feels like we're choking each other. And the media don't eat what they're feeding us. I wish it was hope, but it's the same greed and fear that just might tear us apart right down at the seams again. But if you trust like I do, go grab your thread and needle, cause we're stitching this back together for the weak and the feeble, for the rich and the poor. It's not good versus evil. We the brother, we the mother, we the sister, we all equal. We the ones to form a more perfect union than we the people. So come together now. When we come together, then it's all right. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. We the people from Honolulu to Baltimore, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Anchorage, back to Arkansas. We the same people whose ancestors came off the shore. Some of us were already here. These are all of our stories. Who's ever prized freedom to dream of what's possible, for the right to breathe in life, be treated in the hospital, the right to speak my mind and overcome the improbable, the white, black, brown, every skin color possible. We the same people with the same color of blood, the same people who mourned when 9/11 was done, same people to stand in line to vote for what we believe in, and when we disagree to still agree to disagree with it. That's why we're here, the land our grandparents dreamed of. No matter where your roots are, the fruits are the same love, the same hopes, the same pursuit of happiness to keep on. Realize there's never been two sides, it's just we the people. So come together now. When we come together, then it's all right. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. Yeah, realize there's no enemy lines, and every time we listen, we build heavenly ties, and every time we pray, we're changing the environment. It used to be hate, now I'm breaking down smiling. Don't ever let them tell you different, cause that's my ego saying you can't make a difference, cause only we know that if we learn to love and listen, we can see no other way to break it down than we the people. When we come together, then it's all right. Together we can make it through this fight. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. Don't ever let them tell you that there's two sides. Trying to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. When we come together, then it's all right. Together we can make it through this fight.
All I wanna say is that the good gon' come, yeah. Don't ever let him tell you that there's two sides. Try to figure out who's wrong and who's right. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. All I wanna say is that the good gon' come. Thank you.
I love that, man. I love that song.
Thank you, brother. You helped make it.
Nah, you wrote it. You wrote it. It's beautiful. I love it. So we're gonna close with a song that I don't know, Nemo, if you expected it to circle the world the way it has, but I didn't know to expect that.
No, not considering the fact that we wrapped it up in a very quick amount of time and just put it out there as a gift, you know.
From halfway around the world. You were in India. I was in Orange County. You wrote your rap there. I wrote my melody we produced were we in the same room for any of it?
No, not at all.
And so Nemo had the idea of doing a song about gratitude. And I had just moved into the studio before my family moved into this house. So this was in 2013, I believe.
Yes.
And so it was very, very easy for me to summon up a feeling of gratitude. And this was an emotional song to produce, actually. And then Nemo said, we're going to get some people to contribute footage, and we're going to put together a video. And I had never invested the time or effort, nor would I really know how to go about it. And just a couple weeks later, I think it was, Nemo, that you sent me the link for the first draft of the video. And Melina and I sat down at our kitchen table, watched the video, and cried. And believe me when I tell you, Melina does not want to cry at a video. You made it happen. You made it happen. I had no idea what to expect, and it was so beautiful. We should mention Ellie, who created.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, of course. I mean, well, it was all kind of just whatever synchronization. Ellie is an amazing filmmaker who happened to move into my apartment in India that week when I was looking for a filmmaker to work on this video with. And she was traveling from Washington, D.C. on a Fulbright scholarship. She somehow got connected to our NGO, our nonprofit, and ended up moving up in our apartment. She was leaving out somewhere for that day to another city, and I somehow bumped into her through a friend and asked, could you help me create a music video that I want to create for this song that my brother Dan and I just wrote? And she's like, sure, I was going here, but I will stay. And we finished it in the next, I think it was 4 days. We shot it. We got footage from around the world from friends and family. And this was a gift to about 13,000 participants around the world who are participating in a 21-day gratitude challenge. And yeah, so it's synchronicity. Thank you. This song is an ode to the spirit of saying thank you for the blessings that we have. And to me, that is the friendship, Dan's friendship, to this community that we have in the world that's nurturing the best of our humanity within ourselves and outside. So thank you, everybody, for being a part of this movement in the world. Dan, any last words before I play it?
Well said, sir. Yeah, if you're able to share the video.
Yeah, I'm going to share screen and try it out. Can you guys see it? I'm going to mute myself if it works. Okay.
You're my life, you're my breath, you're a smile, you're my guest. You're the earth, you're the sun, you're the grass, you are love. You're my hands, you're a bug, you're my eyes, you're a hug. You're the light in the dark, you're the spark, you are fun. You're my mom, you are water, you're the stars, you're my daughter. You're my friend till the end, you're my dreams, you're my father. You're the ants on the ground, the miracles that surround. I'm feeling it all around, the hemisphere in the clouds. You're my pain, you're my sorrow, you're my hope for tomorrow. You're the strength when I'm hollow, you're the path that I follow. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything
all
is
that I am, all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all, for it all. Grateful for it all.
You're the blessings every time I try to count. You're the lessons that I learn every time I turn around. You're the water when I'm burned every time I think I found everything I'm looking for. You're the sign saying stop to take a bow and keep moving forward and start looking towards your heart. It'll open all the doors and only then you'll start to hear the world singing chorus with your mind and heart. Aligned in purpose, everything
All
will feel
that I
gorgeous.
all that I see, all that I've been, and all that I'll ever be is a blessing. It's so amazing, and I'm grateful for it all.
Every day I sit and pray, cause what I have is more than I deserve or could ever imagine. How do I give back to all of this magic and spread the love so everybody can have it? Doesn't matter if I'm rich or poor, if I got a family or if I'm all alone. Bad things happen, I can just complain and moan. But there's a million things that I can be grateful for.
So I lift up my hands now, and I open my heart, and my gratitude goes out to everything near and far. All that I am,
Everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I look deep down and feel all the blessings. Everything I am, and everything I see, everything I hope, and everything I dream, everything I feel, and everything I be. I'm grateful for it all. It's amazing. You're the blessings that exist, the small things that are bliss, the gift to realize that everything is a gift.
Man, I had nothing to do with that video, but I'm so proud of it. I just love it. And actually, you know what, Nemo, we should also mention before we say goodbye that that we are embarking this year on a new it's a creative and a professional endeavor, and that is we perform together when we can, which is not all that often, but we're creating a, what would you call it? An act, a duo, a thing. And we're calling it the Humankind Project. And we're compiling songs we've already done and new songs into an album, and we want to perform together, frankly, around the world. So we're working on that now. I'm only mentioning it. There's nothing to promote. I'm just mentioning that I'm super excited about it. I love when we get a chance to work together. We have some new songs that we can't share today because they're not done. But man, they're fun, and they say something that we really want to say to the world, one song after the other. I'm just very proud of the collaboration. So I think we should mention the Humankind Project before we go. Just mention it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's exciting to be able to have that type of chemistry and brotherhood, to be able to create music that even is not necessarily people put together, but when we come together, we enjoy it, and it works. So we're happy about it, and thank you all for listening, for sharing. It's been amazing to be here with you all. Much love.
Daniel,
What time did
Nemo,
you-
thank you so much. Fabulous, absolutely amazing. I just want to thank you, all the other musicians tonight. This was such a gift. What a great blessing. So we have reached the end of our evening, and I just want to say thank you to every presenter here today, every musician here today, to our wonderful tech team, and of course, most important, every single participant, because we all came together to make this event happen today. What a great gift. I know that each and every one of us is going away with something very special from this event. I want to remind you again that please visit us at ANTN.org, newthought.org. You can find out more about the organization, what's going on, our event coming up, our live event in September at Unity Village. And of course, please think about supporting us with a donation that is going to go to support the musicians and the speakers here today, who all gave of their heart, free will today, to give us these magnificent messages. So you can go on Anthony's website again and just click a button to donate, and that will be distributed out to all the people who participated today, the musicians and presenters. So let's just join together in prayer. And Reverend Bill, is there another event happening tonight? Are we doing a gathering tonight at this point?
There is not another gathering tonight. This is the end of the program. As Robert Kaczynski pointed out, we're at closing in on 12 hours, which is probably plenty.
I just don't want to leave. So again, thank you, everyone. Let's just join together in prayer. Take this day into our hearts. Take every person who joined us here today and those who aren't here today into our hearts, knowing that there's one presence, one power, one great, magnificent intelligence in this universe that we are all one with, an expression of. And I accept that each of us today have brought a wonderful gift to this magnificent conference, and we've taken away something very special. I know that I am not standing in the same river that I stood in when I came here this morning. I know that I am uplifted, enlivened, and enriched by the beautiful thoughts that were shared, the camaraderie, the community, the music. All of this has lifted me up to a higher place. So I know that I'm ready to take this out to the world in a greater way. And I know that for each and every one of us. So we take this with us tonight, take it out in the world and use it. I give thanks for this beautiful day. I give thanks for Anton. I give thanks for every person here. I release this word knowing it is done and complete. I let it be so as we join together in saying, and so it is. Amen. Namaste. Blessings, everyone. Thank you, Bill.